Hello, everyone. A good evening to everybody, whoever is watching this live stream. I'm so sorry. There was my this streaming service renewal. So there was some technical glitches initially. So thank you so much for your patience. And I hope you had a wonderful day today. And today's episode is based on the art therapy to unlock our inner happiness and with respect to stress relief. So, hi, this is Sonal here, Coach Sonal Chauhan, and I am founder of Happiness Painting Club. And I work for basically a busy working professional to with respect to their stress relief as well as inner happiness. And in today's particular live streaming, we are more going to focus on the different exercise with respect to the art therapy. So we will be having the painting session tomorrow, but today's session is just, to give you understanding about what is art therapy, which is basically a well-proven scientific tool. So let's discuss about that. So let me share my, mind map. Then we can start it. Okay. So I hope you can see my mind map also. So basically, art therapy, I already told you, it's one of the scientifically proven tool, and there are many, medical stream also, they keep using art therapy to relax or, to come out of the trauma or any emotional or behavioral issues. So art therapy is not just related to the, inner joy or artistic activities. It's more on the healing side also, that I have told many times. Now, when it comes to the implementing art therapy, before I get into specific exercises, I just want you to tell the three principles with respect to art therapy, because in this particular exercise, we are not going to look for the outcome, how our artwork will look like or how good I am as an artist. So we are not going to do anything of that, because we are going to work on the healing part or the inner joy part. So considering that, what are three principles? So three principles are the mindful expression, second one is a creativity and imagination, and third one is a symbolic representation. When it comes to the mindful expression, it is basically self expression and being in the mindful zone. That is one of the principle. Second one is being creative, means not thinking too much about rules and regulation with respect to art, and it's more about building creativity and and going beyond your imagination about your emotions or feelings you might be going through. Third one is a symbolic representation, which is basically to giving a description with respect to your emotions or whatever situation you are going through. So that is being symbolic, means being more descriptive and defining that. So that is a symbolic representation. So these three principles always remember while doing these exercises. Now we'll come into the art therapy benefits. I already told you it's a well-proven scientific tool. So definitely it's for the stress reduction, anxiety, depression, everything under guidance. Now, what is the first benefit is stress reduction. It's a well-proven tool. And what is exercise? Exercise is you can create a stress relief collage by tearing or cutting out images from the magazine or the actual paper, actual images also, if you have it, to represent your stressors. I'll tell you what are exactly the stressors. Create a collage around that. You can use any paper, drawing sheet, or canvas also, you can use it. If you're starting something new, you can just use a drawing sheet or a A4 size paper. Use the glue, create a collage around that. Then arranging them as a piece of paper. Once you have done that, then you have to color that using your soothing colors or pattern. You can do anything. If you're new to the art also, you can just simply create a simple abstract or the simple brush stroke. So this is the way we are trying to, come out of our stresses basically. So what exactly the stressor? Stressors are any person, anything, or any situation which can lead to the stress. Let's take an example. You might have observed in certain scenario you feel stress. So you have to identify those, and then who is in which situation, or which person, or which thing is causing that, or is it related to your old memory, something like that. So you will come to know your stresses. Your stresses can be your superiors, sometimes boss. I'm just giving an example. Maybe sometimes your nagging colleague, etc., can be stressor. Sometimes can be your different negative situation which you had it in the past, that also can be stressor. So when you are representing that, you can, cut out similar thing from the magazine or newspaper, or if it is a person you have an image, you can directly use that and create a collage around that and color it. So that really help with respect to stress reduction. Second one is emotional expression. So being expressive self expression, whether it is a sadness, it is, depressive thoughts, or it is very negative circumstances, or it is a positive also. Being a self expressive is a journey towards, it's a first step towards your healing. So how you can be expressive? Art gives a medium to be expressive. But when we talk about the art therapy, you can use the emotion wheel. By drawing or painting different colors, you can just use it and represent a different emotions. You can use symbols also, and then you identify and explore your current feeling. Suppose you are feeling sad, right? Or maybe you are very upset. So in emotional wheel, you have to identify relevant emotions and you have to give a symbol. You can use paint, brush, and explore that and acknowledge it. That is a emotional expression. Third benefit of the art therapy is a self exploration. It helps you to discover yourself. Sometimes we are more aware about environment, we'll be more aware about colleagues, partner, etc. What we'll be least aware about ourselves. So self exploration helps you to discover yourself. So how you can discover yourself using the exercise? Create a visual journey by drawing or painting images that represent your memories, your feeling, which constantly reoccur, then specific events. Use a journal. When it comes to journal, I'm talking about the art journal, right? Some paint book or something like that as a tool for the self exploration or just discover about yourself. The moment you'll start doing that, you'll see the pattern, and then you will start understanding about yourself more, why it is happening, why you are reacting in such a way in certain situations. So you will get to know. Now, benefit number 4 of the art therapy is an improvement in mood. It's a basically well-proven thing. If you might have done some art exercise, instantly you'll see the impact. You'll feel the joy. But if it is a situation is very sad sometime, or it's very depressive, then feeling the joy is very difficult. But art give you a improvement in mood. Whatever is your current state, it will improve after doing the activity. So how you can bring that, right? You can paint anything, but if you really want to, get the better result, then doing the gratitude exercise always help under negative circumstances. Let's take an example. You are feeling very negative about certain person, certain situation, or certain thing. Now let's start, doing the gratitude exercise. Take your, stress relief kit or paper pen or, colors, etc., and take a moment and ground yourself and start thinking a positive thing anything happened, or a positive lesson around that, or the positive behavior of that person. Anything which you see, you can be grateful for that. Instead, you are not happy with them, that situation, that person, or that thing. So think about something positive and feel grateful about that. Okay, this is there. Then you start painting your gratitude tree or gratitude branch. We have done the gratitude branch exercise. If you remember the New Year live streaming, we have done that. But that's not compulsory. You use it. You can just simply, create a tree, and while doing drawing the tree trunks, branches on the canvas or paper, adding a colorful leaves or the flowers with the birds, you specifically write those words and the images representing thing you are grateful for. Or if you want a symbolic representation, you can just create a floral exercise, and then write the words around that. You are grateful for this. You are grateful. And please remember, do not mix too many situation all together. Do not mix it. When you are doing this exercise, identify any one person, any one situation, or any one thing. Then it will really give you a results. You will see the instant improvement in mood also. Now, fifth benefit is a enhanced self-esteem. See, having a art as a skill itself is a very unique, right? If some it's associated with the creativity. But when it comes to the self-esteem, that is somewhat healing yourself, you can create any affirmation related, even a mandala art or the abstract art, by drawing and painting the positive affirmation. When we are talking about the affirmation while doing the painting, you have to write it a specific affirmation. Now, anything we cannot write which can boost our self-esteem, right? So what we have to do it before this exercise, again, you have to do the grounding exercise. You have to think the negative self-beliefs which is stopping you or which is bringing your self-esteem down. So you have to identify one, two, three. Just work for the few only at a time. I already told you, do not mix too many things. Otherwise, it will be so confusing. Maximum three. Identify that. Suppose I am not technically good, right? That can be one of the affirmation. Or I am not that great speaker. Or I am not that communicative to my boss, etc. Or I will not get this thing, something like that. So all these are your assumptions. It's not, proven, or maybe once upon a time it might have happened and you are keeping still holding that. So how you have to do that? You have to write an empowering belief, like I can do that. This happened, once upon a time. Now maybe it's not true. I have improved a lot. So these are all the positive and empowering affirmation, self empowerment I'm talking about. Empowering belief, you have to write it in a paper. And after doing the painting activity, which you can do it anything with the brush stroke, free brush strokes or the abstract art, etc., you write these specifically, right? And when we are talking about the self love, especially related to self esteem, if required, you can paint yourself. If you know how to paint. It's not necessary exactly you are creating portrait. Simple, just a simple representation of yourself using a black shade also. Simple thing, very simple representation. You can do that. Next benefit is, it's basically emotional release. So what happens, sometimes we hold the feelings for the long. What happens, that turns into the different things, and when same situation occurs, we feel more stressed, because those emotions, those feelings, we couldn't release it, right? This has happened, you might have observed it. Now when we are talking about the expressive painting, we are working on that only. We are working on a specifically your emotional release, or your thinking thought patterns, whatever keeps stuck in your mind. We are trying to release that only. So for that only, we are doing expressive painting, which I keep doing in my live sessions. And personally, I'm creating a course around that, which is almost ready. So now, when we talk about the expressive painting, so we have to do it freely, not with the any foundation limit or something like that. So freely and intuitively. So when we talk about intuitively, we have to actually feel that, exactly while doing that activity, and allowing our emotions to flow onto the canvas or paper without any judgment or looking for the outcome. I already told you principle. We are not going to look for the outcome when we are doing this exercise. Just give me a second. Okay. Now, next one is a benefit is improved coping skill. So in the improved coping skill, when we talk about coping skill, it can be anything: stress coping skill, your emotional behavior coping skills, or simply fear coping skills, anything. So what we do normally, so when it comes to the coping, right, any that situation, it is very difficult to remember anything, any exercise, or any affirmation which you want to repeat that, so that you can cope up your mind. You might have observed that, right? So how we can do that? So for that, we have to keep a toolkit, or I would say the small diary, something like that, where we will be keeping different coping strategies. We'll picturize that, and we'll keep that, even self love related, gratitude related, everything you can keep it there in the small painting book, I would say. And that will remind you, and in that situation you have to just reach out to that, and that will remind you you are ready for it. You are ready with your coping, and you have a skills, because reminding yourself about that you have a skills, that is another challenge during stressful situation, anxiety attacks, or anything negative I am talking about, fearful situation. So that will help you, or the more you'll practice, that will help you. Now, eighth benefits is a enhanced communication. Art is a medium of communication, visual communication, and our mind also store all the information in the visual format. So it's the best medium of the communication. One painting or one picture can speak thousand words. It can tell your stories. It can tell your imagination. That is the reason we use more visual representations, right? Because that is easy to catch by anybody, to convince anyone also. Now, when you're doing this exercise, it will really help you to enhance your communication also. Create a collaborative art piece by working on any painting or a drawing with your group or within your family, colleague, etc. Use art making as a way to communicate your thoughts or feelings or ideas without word. So communicate that and be self-expressive. And if you don't want to do the collaborative art also, you really want to release some traumatic experiences, and you really want to bring them out of your body, then you can do it in yourself also, and start communicating with yourself, in the sense, over your painting book or paper. Ninth one is a mindfulness and presence. So art is one of the medium. When you're doing painting, already it will put you into the flow zone. Flow zone is called the highly productive zone, where your mind will be fully focused on the activity which you are doing. So art is a medium to bring out best in you, whatever you do. It is not just related to the artistic activity. It will help you to bring out your best self, and also in the focused mode, and it will put you into the flow zone. Now, when it comes to the mindfulness and presence, practice mindful drawing by focusing on the sensory experience of the drawing, painting, and feel the brushes, feel the paint. The more you will start doing that, more you start connecting with blending. When you're mixing two colors, when you are putting the brush strokes texture, the more you start being present in that moment, rather than thinking about what happened in my entire day. My entire day sucks, but it was bad, something happened. Be in that zone and feel those elements. And it comes with the practice. Trust me, it doesn't, it's not a 1 or 2 days job. It comes with the practice, and definitely it will help you to more productive, doing the more activity in the less time. Now, benefit number 10 of art therapy is connection and the social support. So for that, I already have a community. This happiness painting club will help you. You can collaborate with others or your friends, family to whom you feel, or they also have going through the similar issues like you, and create a collaborative, any assignment. If you are remotely, you can discuss about the ideas, and you can discuss about your thoughts. Then you do paintings, and then later again discuss something like that. If you are in the same family and all, you can create a collaborative art. What happen exactly when you are doing this activity? You will get a feeling of support. More than that, you'll feel more connectivity, and that is really needed when you are going through the stress, anxiety, depression, panic attack, etc. So once you start doing this, keep this practice. That will really help you, and you will feel well connected with your emotions and the people around you. Now, with this, we have completed the 10 benefits. Initially, we discussed about the three principles. We have discussed about the 10 benefits and the associated exercises, which includes stress related, then emotional expressions, then mood enhancements, also self discovery, boosting your confidence, self esteem, and then emotional release, and then coping mechanism, well communication, and collaboration. So we discussed about everything. I have also told you we have a happiness painting club. You can join this community and collaborate with others with respect to art related activities, or whatever you are doing, you can simply post it and get feedback from me also. Now, what is the next step? Next step is pretty simple. You can join my 7 days challenge, which is basically based on all these activities with the guided session where I will be telling you how to do and I'll be giving feedback also. And I will hold you accountable to repeat that this is what we do. We do once and then we forget it, right? So, this is what we don't want to miss that, and keeping you accountable to repeat that so that you can really heal. So you can try this 7 days challenge, which is just a minimal cost, 599. You can enroll for it. I'm going to put a link in the comment section. Other than that, if you're really going through certain issues, there is a link in the bio. You can schedule one-to-one with me, and also please do attend my upcoming webinar. So with this, I'm closing this particular live stream. I hope you get to know about art therapy and few exercises, but it is now up to you how you are going to bring that in your daily routine and how you can bring that in your practice, because this is a well proven thing. If you still have a doubts, go back and check it out. It's all up to you. So bye bye, take care. I'll see you in my next live stream. Bye bye.